Hi, my name is Jessica Ann, and I will be showing you how to make a very simple mum. If you don't know how to make one, I'm going to give a short tutorial. Again, this is very simple. I live in Katy, Texas, which is about maybe 20 minutes from Houston, Texas, and mums are very popular here in Texas. So happy to show you a few tips if you're wanting to learn how to make one, or you just need some extra tips or ideas. I'm happy to give that to you. If you're a professional and you know what you're doing, you don't need to watch this video. Just go about your day, do your thing. This is primarily for those who are wanting to learn and would like to make one for their daughter or someone else. And again, I'm going to show you very simple, easy ways to make this. Now today I'm going to start with just the basic piece of cardboard, which is a white cardboard that goes behind each of these mums. Now this one's gold. This is the centerpiece behind everything that helps to make it what it is today. If you're not familiar with the mums, they're very popular in high school and in here in Texas. It shows their school spirit. But here's a tip that you may need to know. If your child, your daughter, or your son goes to high school here in Texas, just know that moms have a rule. Those freshman and sophomore mums or garters, which these are garters and these are for the guys, they're much shorter and they go on the arm and they're arm length, where the mums for the females are much longer and they go just about after knee length. So those are things you need to know on the rules of those. If your student is a sophomore or a freshman, mums are temporarily school colors. So my children, well, my daughters are from Cinco Ranch High School here in Katy, Texas, and their school colors are maroon and black. That's why you'll see this mom as maroon and black. This one actually has lights in it, and that'll be in another video where I'll show you how to add lights to your mum. And yes, they do add lights. There's lighting in this section and there's lighting in the bloom. Now again, that's for freshman and sophomore. Now if your student is a junior, the juniors are silver. As you can see in this one, silver colors. I added a little bit of embellish of the school colors, but they are silver for juniors, and moms are also silver for juniors, so try to keep that in mind. And of course, if your student is a senior, lucky you, you get the gold, and this is gold. Now some students like to have moms that are big, which of course starts with this. This one here is about a size large. This, however, it was my daughter's, and she was a senior. This is an extra large, as you can see how big it is. It'll cover the entire chest, and it's very heavy, just know that. There is a ribbon that goes around in the back. This ribbon is what goes around their neck to hold it. Back in the day, it used to be held over the heart. Unfortunately, everything is big in Texas, so moms have also gotten bigger. The length of this, very, very long. Please note, try to keep it about knee length, just after, because you don't want anybody to stand on it, drag on it, and you don't want it dragging on the floor while your child is sitting at their desk. Most moms, like this one, do have bells, and here in Texas, we're kind of proud of our little cowbells, and I would suggest more cowbells, which are about this small, than the jingle bells. Jingle bells have a higher pitch. Let's see. These are cowbells. They're very small. They got a good low beat to it. Then versus the jingle bells, which is a little bit Christmassy. So, and again, this is Texas. We love our cows. Go for cowbells. So, back to what we were saying. I'm going to show you the initial way to start the base of the mum. And we're going to add the embellishment or ribbons all the way around, and I'll show you how to do that in a very simple way. Once you practice that, then you can actually get better with more practice, adding more ribbons, adding more embellishments that you like, anything from, you know, bows to diamonds to stars, whatever you may find in a craft store. then you can be able to add to that. Let's see, now I did do another video where I showed how to make these ribbons, and these are the loops. Camera. Okay, and these are loops, and we use these on the mums. You can see that I have these also on the garter. Okay, they're very, very simple. This is in white and silver, and it's very simple to do. It adds a nice embellishment. All you need is the ribbon and a staple gun, and you're good to go. And look for that video, so it'll help you do something a little bit different than just the usual ribbons hanging from the mum or garter. And this one is a black loop ribbon as well. This is black and silver, and these are two ribbons, one silver and one black. Again, find that video of mine and I will show you how to do that. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start with the initial decorating of the base for your mom. So give me 1 sec to set the camera, and I will move this for you. Give me 1 moment. My camera is running out of battery, so let me go ahead and connect that. Do I have a plug? Give me 1 moment. All right, so here we go. Please excuse the mess, and I would try my best to show you everything that I can as best as I can. All right, so here we go. Now you can get any of this from any craft stores, and okay, sorry about that. I had a problem with my camera. Let me make sure everything is okay. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and finish this. Oh, I hate this camera. Come on, you can do it. There you go. Okay, so like I said earlier, in case you missed it, we got stapled all around the gold ribbon with some embellishments all around here. Now, it's pretty plain, right? We know that the bloom's gonna go there, but you really don't want a mum that looks like this because it's just very plain. So what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna do a sample. The nets are pretty popular, and these are these little polka dot little things. Some of them still have holes in them. They'll come out very easy. These are really, really popular in hanging and on the mum. On the senior one that I have, you can see them all the way around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a sample of these. Very easy. All you do is fold them in a loop if you like, if that's the design you want. And then you can staple this to the back of the ribbon. See where all the staples are? You back it up behind the ribbon. Okay? Now me, I don't like the gold by itself, so I like to try to add some sort of color to it. So what I'll do here is, as a sample, I'm going to go ahead and put a black ribbon on top of it, right in the center. And then I'm going to fold it just like this. And just like I said, put it about 1 centimeter to the back. Use your staple gun, staple twice. 1, 2. The reason why is these are nets, and the staples can go right through it and it can easily come off. So we don't want that. Alright, so we'll do another one. And I'm going to put the ribbon right on the middle. And then I'm going to put it again. in the center, right next to the last one. Do you see? Okay, they'll touch corners about 1 centimeter. They'll be about even. See? And then again, we're going to staple 1 and 2 because we want to make sure that we get the staple of the ribbon as well as the gold net. And you can use any color. We're going to do this 2 more times. Again, as you can see, make sure the ribbon stays straight on the net. That way it doesn't move. And that way when we staple it, it'll be great. Right there on the corner, about 1/2 centimeter. I don't like that end. We're going to do it right here on this end. It'll be easier for me to use my stapler. Okay. And then again, staple gun 1 and 2. 1, 2. 1 on each end. And we're going to do one more. Right here. Touch the corners of the other one. And again, 1 and 2. There you go. Pretty, pretty. Pretty, pretty. Something simple, just black and gold. Okay. Now, to me, it still kind of looks plain. Something needs to go on the front. So I thought what I like to do are the triangles, which are like little cones. And you'll see it in some of the moms that I have here. Let's see. We can do them as triangles, which look like little cones like this, which you kind of just twist them in the inside and they look like a little triangle cone. See? Little hats. Or you can make it easy and then just do them as a simple loop. But being that we already have loops here, I'm going to go ahead and do the cones. So we're just going to do a few little ones and we're going to place them between each of the netted ribbons. Okay? Now this is a little tricky. You have to make sure that the cones are pointed. You have to make sure that they're long enough that you can staple, but you want to make sure that they're also long enough that you can see it where the top of the ribbon, because if you have it too low, the bloom would only cover it and you don't want that because then it's just a waste. So what I'm going to do is put it right here. I'm going to flatten it to make it easier for me to staple the gun. Okay. And just like that, and in the front of the triangle, done. See? So I have to do 2 more. Again, they're going to be up a little higher. Flatten it. Use your staple gun. Try to keep the staples as low as possible. Staple. Can you see that? See? And the staple is actually right here. And this is so that way the flower will cover those staples. You don't want the staples to be shown. Let me do a couple more. This is just for practice for you. Again, right in the center of each ribbon. Right at the end of where the gold is. Make them flat if you have to, because you have to work with your staple gun. Be careful not to staple on the net because you can lose its place and have to undo that. And don't be afraid to staple twice. Okay. We'll try one more on the end. just to give it a little bit of pretty. Again, don't be afraid to double staple. That'll mean it'll stay. And again, your glue gun is your best friend. So do not worry if things show, because we will cover that up later with the glue gun. And then you'll be almost done. This is the last one on the end. And there you go. See? Try to make sure this is right. You got your pretty golden black ribbons. You got your pretty little ribbon all the way around. And you got your little cones. Perfect. So this you would do all the way around. So this is just a sample. Okay, so now it's almost time to add to your bloom. We're not going to put any decorations on there because there's not really a need for me to do it. I'm not going to waste it. Only do that when you have your things ready that you would like to make a centerpiece. But if you see, this is kind of an idea of what it's going to look like. Then you'll add your ribbons and all that good stuff, but it is very, very nice. Okay? But before this comes on, this is obviously going to be a mom or a girl. You need to make sure that you have the ribbon that's going to go around her neck. You make sure that you have a ribbon long enough. This one here is a good maybe 1, 2, 3. This is about 4 feet of ribbon. Okay? So what I did was, as a V, I took the ribbon and from the center and I stapled to this cardboard. Never do it straight. It needs to stretch around for her. And you're going to take this piece to the back of your bloom, okay? Not the front, but the back. So, as you can see what I'm doing, I'm putting it right here in the back. Make sure the circles, remember there's always a circle here, match. And with your gun, you're going to staple it securely. I'm going to do 4. Okay? This will hold it and keep from moving. You don't want it to move. Okay? This has to stay on here so she can be able to hold it. I did 5 staples. Okay? Now, that's there. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and add the bloom just for show. Some people like to hot glue them. Some people like to staple them. I'm kind of a both person. So, but in this case, I'm just going to staple, for example. I'm going to staple some of the flowers. Just so that way it'll hold and you can get an idea of what we're looking at here. Okay, so I stapled just 2 petals. And for example, this will be tied around. Okay, and you get an idea here of how it's going to be held. Now, if you look, this is the back of everything. It is ugly. You see nothing but staples, ribbons, more staples. It's horrid. So my suggestion, like I said, is always have that extra piece. Okay, after you finish this part and adding everything you want to add on there, depending on what your school is. Some people like stuffed animals. Me, I'm more of a personal person. I like to add the initials of my children, and then I would put some things that they like on there, like their sports or anything, something small or something in relation to the school. I'm not a big stuffed animal person, so it's really up to you what you'd like. But either way, when you add that on here, be sure to add the back covering. It's what's going to beautify everything here. Very easy. All you have to do is staple it. And I'm just doing this for example. And now look how pretty that is. Okay? It won't scratch up your daughter. Some people like to use hot glue. I like to use hot glue because I don't like staples to show in the back. And then once you have your ribbons, which will be on another video on how to add the ribbons, your daughter's mom is ready. It won't choke her. And as you can see, it holds on great. You got some beautiful decorations on here just to start with. And that's just the general thing to do for you. So, if you have any questions, please put it on the comments. Nothing negative, because I will take it off. And I can't get this off of my head. And I will be showing in another video how to add lettering, iron-on lettering, little itty-bitty lettering, those kind of letterings that might go best with your mum or garter, because you just can't put any kind of lettering on there. You have to make sure things fit, and the letters have to work right with the colors, and the size of the ribbon. Some iron-on letters like these will not iron on some ribbons, so I need to let you know that. These letters are 3D, and some stick to certain ribbons, some don't. You'll have to use glue gun or like maybe glue dots. These are great, however, if you don't use them in a certain way, they're going to be popping off like crazy, and if you don't use the right ribbon, they're not going to hold. So I just want to be a little helpful, so that way you don't waste money, and you'll be able to initialize the things that you want onto your mom or garter for your kid. So again, thank you very much for watching. Good luck. This is just a sample, and I hope I gave you a few tips. And again, look out for my other video where I showed you how to make these cute little ribbon loops. Do you see? They're so cute. This is two, a gold and a white, and this is actually silver and white. So look out for that, because it's really easy to do, and it makes nice and beautiful for your mom. Other than that, thank you from Katie in Houston, Texas, and thank you for, you know, homecoming. Happy homecoming spirit, and I hope this goes on across the states, because it's a lot of fun showing our school spirit. All right, thank you.